Hello, humans. This is Edward. I'm a 58-year-old gay man. I grew up hating myself, hiding, so ashamed of knowing that I was different. I didn't know the name for it, but I was gay, and I didn't know anything about it other than that my life was wrong and there was something wrong with me and that I would never be able to live a normal life or be happy. The good thing about Pride and Pride merch being sold in stores is that it sends the message to LGBTQ people that they're not alone, they're okay, there are others like them, and that they can live a normal life and productive life and find some happiness in life. The culture war is threatening this, and both sides of the culture war are at fault. The far left is just as responsible as the far right. I've seen so many people who take gender fluidity and pronouns to a ridiculous level. So they seem ridiculous, like clowns. And just as many far right individuals so upset about every little thing, saying that people who sell Pride merch are groomers. Let's be real. Target is not interested in grooming or turning anybody gay. They are interested in making money. There's a demographic that they can target and make money off of, the LGBTQ demographic, and the trans part of the LGBTQ demographic is very much in the spotlight right now. And so they've got some merch that is targeted to trans people. This has pushed the conservatives over the edge, and it is a full on war. It is quite ridiculous, but it's part of being a human in this world. We are not of this world. We are in the world, but not of the world. We are all souls, and we've come here, taken a body and an ego mind, and are here to experience and create and live in a 3D reality where we are able to have a wide variety of emotions, whereas in our souls, there's only love. So obviously, we're going to have some intense shit going on here. It's part of it, it's part of being a human on Earth. The unfortunate thing is that the more hate we spread and the more we get caught up in this culture war, and I will admit, 100%, I get caught up in it. I've been watching a lot of videos of far left, far right, and it's somewhat addictive and it's strangely satisfying. It's not easy to admit that. But yeah, I mean, it's somewhat satisfying. It's definitely entertaining. And I don't feel great after I binge watch these videos with people bashing each other. But there's something about the human experience that makes us want to take sides and group ourselves together with one group against another group. That's not who we truly are. And ideally, in this life, we would be getting closer to who we truly are, becoming more loving and more accepting. But we seem to have taken a turn in the opposite direction, where we're becoming less accepting and less understanding. And it sort of feeds itself and it just grows exponentially. And it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The saddest thing is young people, and I'm not talking about little children transitioning. I think when you're very young, you don't know. For example, when I was very young, if someone had told me about transgenderism, I may very well have thought, oh, well, I'm a transgender woman because I felt like a girl. I wanted to do all the things that girls do. I wanted to wear girl clothes and girl Halloween costumes, and I wanted to play with dolls, and I wanted to, kiss boys. And I would have thought, oh, I'm a transgender woman. But I'm very grateful for the fact that I did not do anything, in terms of hormones or surgery to my body. I identify as a gay man. I have no desire to do any to live as a woman anymore. It was how I felt as a little boy, but I mean, I'm a gay man. I'm not a transgender woman, but I may have been confused as a child. I can agree with the far right on not allowing young children to transition. I don't think they're old enough to fully understand themselves. And some of these changes at a young age will mess them up forever. I mean, I'm not a parent and I can't tell anyone what to do, but just from my personal experience, I think it could be very dangerous. However, we've gotten off track here. Yeah, the culture war is addictive. A lot of people who are using it for views, for popularity, to make money. I mean, some of those YouTube channels that are getting tons of views and making a lot of money off of just spreading as much hate as they can. It's kind of shameful to be using your voice, making money off your audience by spreading hate. There may be some who truly believe what they're saying. They truly believe that they're standing up for what's right. But there are many, I'm sure, that jumped on the bandwagon because it's a popular trend right now and they know they can make money off it. So that's unfortunate. As for Target and their Pride merch, I went into the store and I looked at it, and you know what? It was pretty good. They did a great job. There were some LGBTQ identifying creators who designed some of the merchandise, and it was great. It wasn't typical. It wasn't just all rainbows and cute little sayings. There was some interesting stuff, and I think they did a great job. My Target, the gayest Target in the world in West Hollywood, California, still has the merch prominently featured in the front of the store, which I'm not surprised. It is West Hollywood. But as for the towns, smaller towns, where there are young people who are feeling the shame like I felt when I was a very young kid of knowing that you're different. And for them to see that there are all these people, hateful people that just absolutely hate them, don't know them, but hate them. And Target is pushing their Pride merch to the back of the store and minimizing it. And it feels like we're going backward. Those are the people I feel for the most. I was that person, and I know how that can be really sad, and it can mess you up for forever. So there is a balance of accepting people from a young age without allowing them to make any permanent changes. It's just too young as a young kid to be making permanent changes to your body when you're not sure yet. But to support and love them is important. And They're getting the message from this culture war that it's not good, they're not right, and they may be wondering if they're ever going to be able to live happily. And there's enough sadness and enough things to worry about in the world right now, other than that. I often think, because I have these beliefs that, we are all just souls and we're here living in this 3D reality, but this isn't who we truly are. So really none of it kind of matters, but it does matter while we're here. It does matter because this is real to us when we're here. And I tend to think that sometimes that I'm just kind of, well, none of this really matters. People are sad, people are happy, and I feel sometimes like I'm a bit jaded. But I was happy to see, as I walked to Target this morning, and then I walked back and I cut through an alley near my apartment. In the alley, there were two trans people. They had the trans colors on their hats, and they were sitting there, and the looks on their faces as I walked by, it just seemed like they were worried or scared that I was gonna attack them or ridicule them or something. And all I felt was just so much empathy and love for these people, because it kind of connected me with myself of always being a younger person and just always being afraid to be myself and worried that when I was myself that I would be ridiculed or attacked. And it made me feel good that I actually still have some ability to feel for people beyond my belief, that we're all souls and that we're all love and all this is irrelevant, which I do believe that. But I have to remember that when we are here on this earth, that it is real for us, the feelings, the emotions, the sadness, the pain is real. And I actually was glad that I could actually feel that empathy for these people. And I just think if we are to continue as human beings, once we get past this culture war, if we can start coming together a little bit, we will evolve and survive as humans. And if we don't, we're just going to destroy each other. And our human experience will come to an end. And maybe 1,000 years from now, maybe we'll evolve again into humans. But yeah, we need to get our shit together pretty quick. Anyway, have a beautiful day, everybody.